Beneath our feet lie secrets of unimaginable scale. In the silent darkness underground, ancient civilizations carved out vast worlds, hidden realms that defy what we thought our ancestors could build. Today, we delve into 3 awe-inspiring subterranean megastructures from antiquity. Each one is bigger than you'd expect, steeped in mystery, and a testament to human ingenuity. Derinkuyu, the hidden metropolis of Cappadocia. In 1963, a man in the Turkish town of Derinkuyu knocked down a wall in his basement and uncovered a tunnel to a hidden world. What lay beyond wasn't just a cellar or cave, it was the entrance to a vast underground city, buried for centuries beneath the Anatolian plains. This ancient metropolis, now known as Derinkuyu, reaches more than 250 feet underground and contains at least 18 levels of chambers, passages, and communal spaces. It's estimated to have sheltered up to 20,000 people, along with livestock, food, wine, and even religious spaces. Everything needed for long-term survival was built right into the stone. The origins of Derinkuyu go back over 2,500 years, likely to the Phrygians or Hittites, and it was expanded over centuries by early Christians escaping persecution and Byzantine villagers seeking protection from Arab raids. What they created is both ingenious and intimidating. Narrow corridors force invaders to crouch. Massive rolling stone doors, some weighing over 1,000 pounds, could be locked from the inside to block entry level by level. And a complex ventilation system, including a 180-foot shaft, kept fresh air flowing to even the deepest chambers. Inside, the details are staggering. There are blackened kitchen ceilings from ancient fires, rooms believed to be classrooms, and a large vaulted space that may have served as a religious school. Communal wineries, livestock stables, and food stores are all carved into the soft volcanic rock. Derinkuyu is not just a shelter, it was a fully functioning underground society. Visitors today can explore only the top 8 levels. The remaining 10 are either too fragile or remain unexcavated, meaning much of this city is still a mystery. Yet even what we've uncovered tells a story of incredible resourcefulness, of people who turned the earth itself into a sanctuary. And Derinkuyu is just one of hundreds of similar cities hidden beneath Cappadocia. Among them, it remains the deepest and most elaborate ever discovered. Halsaflieni Hypogeum, Malta's underground temple. Now we travel to the small island of Malta. In 1902, workers digging a cistern stumbled into open space and into history. They had accidentally discovered the Halsaflieni Hypogeum, one of the most astonishing prehistoric underground temples in the world. This Neolithic complex dates back more than 5,000 years, to around 3300 BCE. It spans 3 levels, all hand-carved from solid limestone, using only stone tools. Despite these primitive means, the Hypogeum reveals stunning craftsmanship and complexity. It was both a temple and necropolis, holding the remains of over 7,000 people and serving as a spiritual center for rituals and burials. As you move through its carefully preserved chambers, you notice something unusual. The rooms mimic above-ground architecture. There are carved archways, columns, doorways, even simulated windows, all etched into rock. In one area, known as the main chamber, you'll find trilithon doorways reminiscent of Malta's famous surface temples, and traces of red ochre still decorate the walls. But perhaps the most fascinating space is the oracle room, a side chamber with a stunning acoustic property. A voice at just the right pitch reverberates powerfully throughout the entire structure. Scientists discovered it resonates at 110 Hz, a frequency that can create meditative or trance-like states. It's easy to imagine ancient priests or priestesses chanting in darkness, their voices amplified by the very stone around them. Adjacent to this chamber are ceilings painted with red spiral patterns, symbols possibly connected to spiritual beliefs, cycles of life, or journeys to the underworld. Deeper still lies the Holy of Holies, a sacred space aligned with the winter solstice. No human remains were found here, hinting it was reserved purely for ceremonial use. And the engineering? Astounding. The builders managed to carve out smooth, curved walls, leaving pillars in place to support the roof, all while working with basic tools in near-total darkness. The lowest chamber lies over 10 meters underground. For centuries, the entire site was sealed and forgotten, untouched since around 2500 BCE. Today, only a small number of visitors are allowed inside each day to preserve the delicate environment. But those who enter witness one of the world's oldest and most mystical examples of underground construction. The Longyu Grottoes, China's forgotten caves. Finally, we head to China's Zhejiang province, where in 1992, villagers attempted to drain a mysterious pond said to have no bottom. After 17 days of pumping, the water revealed something unbelievable. A man-made cavern, perfectly carved and completely submerged. As more ponds were drained, a network of 24 massive stone chambers emerged, now called the Longyu Grottoes. Each cave is enormous, averaging over 1,000 square meters in area and 30 meters high. Together, the caves span more than 30,000 square meters, making this one of the largest ancient underground complexes ever discovered. And here's the kicker. No records exist of their construction. No ancient texts, no local stories. Not even tool remnants have been found. Based on sediment and a few objects, archaeologists date the caves to around 2,000 years ago. But even that is uncertain. The workmanship is extraordinary. Walls and ceilings meet at sharp angles, every surface covered in uniform chisel marks, parallel lines that give the stone a rippled appearance. The consistency across all 24 grottos suggests a centralized effort, likely involving thousands of workers operating with extreme precision. Inside, there are carved stairways, balconies, bridges, and even water channels. Some chambers feature isolated pools or elevated platforms, and many appear too decorative or refined to be mere quarries. The purpose of these caverns remains unknown. Were they ceremonial, military, residential? The lack of debris or artifacts leaves scholars puzzled. Modern experts estimate over 1 million cubic meters of stone were removed to create the grottos. That's the equivalent of a small mountain, excavated by hand without modern machinery. And yet somehow, this monumental achievement slipped entirely through the cracks of recorded history. Standing inside one of these silent, cathedral-like halls is humbling. The sheer scale, the symmetry, and the mystery leave you in awe, and with more questions than answers. We have journeyed through darkness to glimpse these 3 underground marvels, from a city carved in volcanic rock in Turkey, to a sanctum of the Stone Age in Malta, to gigantic secret caverns in China. Each site, in its own way, rewrites the scale of ancient achievement. They remind us that our ancestors, with relatively primitive tools, had the vision and capability to shape the earth itself into monuments of refuge, faith, and mystery. As the dust settles and we turn off our flashlights, one question lingers. What other colossal wonders still lie buried, waiting for light? The next time you walk over solid ground, remember, an entire world might be hidden just beneath your feet, bigger than you ever expected.